What's up, guys? So we have the light cone info now. Those many springs. So I have his info up on the side, so if we need to jump over to it, we can do that. So I apologize if it's a little bit to the left. Just, you don't want me switching back and forth and moving everything around. So his light cone is increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 60%. That is very good because you need to have a total of, what did I say? 140, I believe, right? Quick math is, yep, that's 140. So you would get a total of 88. Let's just round that up and just say 90, right? Meaning you only need 50 more effect hit rate, which can be easily obtained through, I think, 43 on the chest piece. That's pretty much like just about, you just have a couple rolls and you're good to go. So his light cone is going to be very helpful with that. Just like characters like Black Swan. So increases the effect hit rate by 60% after the wearer use a basic attack, skill, or ultimate to attack an enemy target. There's a 6% base chance to inflict unarmor to the target. While in the unarmored state, the enemy target receives 10% increased damage lasting for 2 turns. If the target is under a dot state inflicted by the wearer, there's a 6% base chance to upgrade the armored state inflicted by the wearer to the I almost said concerned. Yeah, I'm just gonna call that the concerned state. Which additionally increases damage the enemy target receives by 14% lasting for 2 turns. During this period, the wearer cannot inflict an damage on the target. And then this only works for Nihility characters. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Is it necessary? I don't think it's crazy. It's just like a stat stick. Like, the 40% damage is very nice, but the rest of it's really just stats for him to hit his passive. We also have the new March light cone. Let's see how good this will be. This will be for a Harmony character. Well, March light cone, but she can't use it because it's a Harmony one and she's a hunt character. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So increase the wearer's attack by 16%. Upon entering the battle, if there are 2 or more allies in the team who follow the same path, those characters' crit damage increased by 16%. Abilities of the same type cannot stack. Who follows the same path, crit damage. Okay, this is very obviously going to be Robin. Right, Robin who wears this, and then you would run Ratio, Topaz, March, but we don't have their kits obviously, but Mose and Fixio. I suck ass at names. Anyway, those 2 are also hunt. So, I mean, who other hunt characters like Zele, Su Shang, stuff like that, where you'd run. I mean, Robin's not just follow up. You can run with any characters, really. So you'd run that, and it would be like a double hunt comp. Obviously, the most obvious ones are like Ratio, March, Topaz at the moment. But, I mean, hey, this is pretty solid icon, especially if you don't have Robins. If you want to increase attack and then crit damage. Obviously, you aren't going to be running this on break comps, but this isn't a bad icon. This isn't a bad icon. Nothing like too crazy, but it's solid. And then the other 2 icons are pretty much your free-to-play option for him because of effect rate stuff. And then we have Secret Vow, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'll probably never use that light cone. But overall, light cone is pretty solid. Let me really quickly pop up good old Pridewin. Hopefully it's not too off-centered while I go to this and go to light cones. I want to look at Nihility real quick. Before the tutorial mission starts, if you have this one's also pretty solid. They increase effect hit rate by 40%, and then when the wearer attacks enemies that have reduced defense, regenerate energy. That one's going to be a bit rough to proc, right? But the effect hit rate does help. Obviously, I'd recommend Eyes of Prey, but if you somehow don't have Eyes of Prey but have it before the tour mission starts, the effect hit rate stuff does help with that. If you have Black Swans, there it is, right? Increase the wearer's effect hit rate by 40%. When the wearer deals damage to an enemy inflicted with wind shear, burn, shock, or bleed, but you'll get burn from him. They will immediately gain 1 stack of profit. This effect can cycle 4 times in a single bout. Each type of dot can only generate 1 stack of profit. Every stack of profit increases wearer's attack, and dot dealt will ignore yada yada the target's defense. This one would pretty much be if you are running him on a dot team. Now, obviously, if you have Black Swan's Lycan, you probably have Black Swan, but I mean, is an option. It is an option if you do have it. You could use it for the dot team. But overall, I pretty much would just recommend running the sample one if you do not have his light cone. His light cone is pretty much tailor-made for him. I'd imagine this is going to be his best light cone, but like I said, the sample one is a solid option. Would I summon for it? Personally, no. I just rock the sample one. I feel like it's not a big enough buff, at least for me personally, for the stat tick, unless I really like the character. Like, I summon for Black Swans, right? If you are running low on stacks or you really just want the increased damage, then sure, you know, you can go for it. It will help you out in the long run, but I don't think it's a must summon, right? Nothing like Acheron's Light Cone where it gives you a whole stack to her ultimate, or one of the other Light Cones where it's like a huge stat stick, like Jing Yun's back in the day was an insane stat stick, right? That one was, I wouldn't say must summon, but it was a pretty damn good summon, right? I don't think this is up there, but let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. You know, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on it. I will say the art does look pretty cool. Like, the art looks pretty good. I do think I like the March one more. I'm actually kind of upset that this one is for Harmony and not for the Hunt, right? Because let me go up. I'll open up the tier list. Like, did they forget that she's March 7th to the Hunt? The Hunt, like, she's a Hunt character. Did they forget? Did they forget and they just gave it Harmony? And they're like, yeah, just slap March on it. Because this is really good. This is a really good art. This one might be one of my favorite light cone arts in the game, up there with like Acheron's. It just looks nice. You know, the pink, like, cherry blossoms. March, you know, looks good in the art. The sword towards the light, like the center of the light cone. Looks very nice. A little upset. I don't know. I might do like one multi on this just to see if I can get it one go. I did that for the free-to-play Acheron Light Cone and just do a video on it for Robin. But I honestly... If you have the free-to-play one from when Robin came out, I just use that instead. Let me pop that open real quick. I don't think you should summon... That's Relics. I don't think you should summon on this for the Light Cone for Robin. Where is it? Yeah, because it's this one right here. Increase the attack by 32%. If the warrior user ultimate increases their damage dealt by 30% lasts for one turn. It's really just the attack buff. Now, obviously... Oh, that's his kit. Obviously, you would lose out on the crit damage, but you also need two allies of the same type. So, depending on what you're running, that might not work out for you. So, it's a bit more limiting. I don't think this is like oh, you should get this for Robin. Just rock the other one. If you don't have it, there's some other options you could run. Nothing too crazy in here for Robin, but I mean, it's not crazy enough, especially because this light cone isn't crazy enough to warrant it. Obviously, if you're getting him and getting his light cone, you're probably gonna pull this regardless. But for just summoning for the 4-star, I don't think it's worth it. Very cool art though. Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on the new light cones. Light cone banner isn't terrible. It suits him pretty well, along with having a new light cone. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the light cone banner. What do you think of the new light cones? And are you gonna summon for him? Are you summoning for, you know, the new character? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.